mean, say what you will about the movie, but the title itself, it's so simple, it's brilliant. Work it. I like it. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. I don't know what that intro was. I'm not funny. But today, we're going to talk about a film all about dance. I need you in the comments down below. Were you looking forward to this? Do you like the actors involved? And what are you watching on Netflix this weekend? Let's get right into it. So when Quinn Ackerman's admission into the college of her dreams depends on her performance at a dance competition, she forms a ragtag group of dancers to take on the best squad in school. Now she just needs to learn how to dance and work it. So a lot of recognizable and up-and-coming names in the industry. You have Sabrina Carpenter, Jordan Fisher, Keenan Lonsdale, a very different role from what we've seen from him, more on the antagonist side of things. And Liza, we all know Liza. I mean, this cast, in a sense, is stacked, right? I'm not saying it's A-list Hollywood talent, but it's a nice, fresh cast with a really interesting concept, albeit one that maybe doesn't make the most sense in the world. Listen, you know what kind of movie this is, right? You go into these Netflix romantic comedies and just the plain comedies, those that deal with music and singing. We understand that we're in for something. Now, is that something going to be so over the top and ridiculous with a weak script that it doesn't work? Or is it going to kind of fit the film that I think a lot of people are going to want, and one that doesn't fry your brain as you're watching? Because we've seen those plenty of times on Netflix. I don't think Work It does that. And that's a good thing. We want to watch a movie that's entertaining, but we don't want to watch one that makes us dumber. I kind of liked certain elements and aspects of this film. I think the biggest highlight, other than just the really likable cast, maybe they don't get the most fleshing out, the most character development, but I really like the choreography here. Now, I do have my qualms with certain dance numbers that I thought could have been really, maybe a bit better and more impactful, especially one towards the end that was honestly just a bit underwhelming. But for the most part, every dance is not only well choreographed, it's also really well filmed, and I like that. I appreciate and respect the effort, and if you're a fan of dance movies, you're probably going to get something out of this film that maybe even I wasn't able to get out of this film. I would compare this much more to something like Step Up. I mean, you have films like Stomp the Yard and go into strange territory like a Climax or a Suspiria. We're not going to go that far. We're going to stick within our Netflix boundaries and look at these types of films that we have seen before, but we haven't seen it in quite a while, and we haven't necessarily seen it hit this target demographic, this age group, growing up, going through high school, and trying to figure out, okay, where am I going to college? How am I going to get in? Is it enough for me to just be the smart girl or guy? I mean, sure, extracurricular things here and there, but there has to be more, and she finds out as she goes, listen, you're part of a dance team? That's pretty cool. Oh, wait, I guess I am part of a dance team, and that's how she gets herself into this. Now, I will admit, I was hesitant at the beginning of the movie because I'm like, she's not good. I mean, I'm sure she's fine in real life, obviously, because she progresses as her character throughout the movie, but her character was horrible. And I didn't know if I was going to buy her transition into a competent enough dancer, but one thing they do in this film that I liked is they don't go overboard. Oh, first competition, never danced before? You're the best dancer I've ever seen. They could have easily done that. No, it's definitely a progression. Now, at times, it's over the top, and at times, the script does fall into what I was kind of afraid it was going to fall into, and that is just so cheesy and cliche. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of you guys, you're not watching this for the dialogue, but that's kind of what I have to look at. And the dialogue is not the best times, but it's good enough. It's believable, and it's definitely comedic. I mean, I wasn't laughing out loud throughout the film, but I could see how certain audience members would be, and I could see how this movie just appeals heavily to its audience, but it doesn't do what certain other recent Netflix movies have done and just punch you right in the face with its ridiculousness, horrible characters, and lack of depth. And again, I'm going to bring back up Keenan Lonsdale. He was very much over the top at times, but it really fit his type of character. And even though a lot of these characters fall into those cliches, they're entertaining enough. And that's what I'll say about this film. It's not even a movie for me. Still, after watching, I'm like, I probably wouldn't watch that again, but I can see how some are just going to love it, eat it up, enjoy it for what it was, and it works on that level. Look, you know who you are, and you know if you're going to like a film like this, and if you think you will like Work It, I think you'll really like Work It. As for me, before I give you my score, thank you so much for watching this early Netflix review. I appreciate you guys leaving all of your comments, and if you'd like to see more, hit that thumbs up. More to come today. I'm going to 6 out of 10. I'm going to 60% for Work It. Again, it's not a revolutionary art house film. It's not going to appeal to those who maybe don't even like this kind of film, but I think it does enough, and it surprised me in the fact that it just wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. And some of the characters, again, some of the character tropes, I'm like, I don't believe it. I'm not going to buy it, but it's good enough. And Work It, I think, is really going to find its audience. I'll see you guys later.